Alright everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones. We're going to be picking up on Chapter 2, The Protected is what it's titled this time around. So, I guess I don't really need a quick introduction. I'm going to go ahead and shut up so that you can go ahead and follow along with the story, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, so here we're going to encounter a couple new characters. We have Garcia, who is a fighter, which is personally one of my more favorite classes. They hit not often. Their accuracy is not great. Like, his stats are just a 90, but they do have really good attack. Drawback to that, though, is that they have very low resistance at a 1, as you can see. But their strength is high, their defense is okay. But yeah, Garcia, I don't really use him a lot, but he is a really, solid character. The one I'm most excited about over here is Ross. So, Ross, which is new, is a class called the Journeyman, which is a new class in Fire Emblem 8. It's a recruit class, you might call it. So right now, Ross's stats are not very impressive at all. He has 0 resistance, so he'll get essentially no protection against magic attacks. Skill, speed are low, defense is low, strength is okay, and his luck is high. Now, the way that class promotion works in this game is that, well, first of all, we're going to go ahead and play by the rules of how you should play the game according to the story. Vanessa's attempt here is going to be rescuing Ross and then flying him back. And then what we're going to do is take Erica over here so that she can talk to Ross once he's healed by Molder. And then we're going to just cheese it a little bit. And we're going to have Seth take out the bandits here to the south and hopefully get to this village to receive any goodies, because it has it has red roofs on the houses, which means we get goodies from saving the village, warning them ahead of time so that they close their gates, so they don't end up looking like these ruins here. And then we'll have Mr. Gilliam go over here, so he's not in the forest. And we'll have Franz make his way over to the other one. So, anyway, like I was saying, the Journeyman class is a recruit class, where the way that it normally works is that Garcia here is a fighter. He can promote at level 10 to a new class, which will be the warrior or the hero, I believe. I'd have to double check. Or a berserker. The Journeyman at level 10 caps out, and then he automatically gets the option to promote. You do not need a promotional item to promote him with, so which is really nice. And he can turn into a fighter or a pirate, or if you've played the game all the way through, you can keep him as a journeyman, but his stats still raise. But we're going to go down a path when we get to that path later. So what we're going to have here is Erica talk to Ross so that we can recruit him, and then he'll become a green unit, which is like an ally, but they're an NPC ally, as opposed to the blue units, which we control. So we're going to have Erica recruit Ross here. Excuse me. I have a little bit of a cough going on. We're going to have Erica talk to Ross and recruit him. And then we are going to have Ross speak with his dad. And then we can have Garcia and Ross. Now, in order to obtain these two, I've always gone the path of, having Ross talk to his dad and get them both. But I'm pretty sure if you talk to Ross, you'll get Garcia as long as he survives. However, if you go ahead and... I don't know for sure if you end up talking... If you don't end up talking to either of them, I'm not sure if they join your party. That's something I've never tested, and that's not what I'm going to start out with today. But... yeah, I just always learn the path of like, hey, if it's a green unit and you can talk to him, or as we'll see in an upcoming chapter coming up here soon, if he's a red unit and talking to him with a specific character, then we can also obtain him that character as well. But we'll get to that in the chapter when we get to it. For now, we're just gonna go ahead and, well, I was gonna fly over and oh. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that he would double. I was going to go fly over and get Garcia, but I was going to say there is a archer there, which I don't want to mess around with whatsoever. So we're going to go ahead and visit this village, and we're going to go ahead and get the elixir that we get from here. An elixir in other games restores like all of your stamina points or your mana. An elixir in this game completely heals your character. If you're at 1 health, it'll go all the way up. If you are at, minus 1 health, like if your health total is 30 and you go to 29, it'd be a huge waste, but you could use an elixir. Which I'm not going to do at all. That's just a big old waste to me. The red gem here, the whole point of the red gem is literally not to use an uncommon gemstone worth 2,500 gold, 2,500. So that's literally the point of the gems, is just to sell. So what I think I want to do is we have these guys here. We're going to go ahead and take Seth down here to try and save this village, because I don't remember what that village gets you. We're going to move Ross just a bit closer, and when Franz can move the next turn, I'm going to send him down over here by these cutthroats. Same thing with Erica. That way we can go ahead and give him a little more experience as well. Because like I said, Seth can tank it, and when we have the Tower of Volney, which we'll be abusing the crap out of later, we will. But until that point, I want to get the stats up a little more. That way they don't struggle so much in the tower. So that's the plan here. We'll send the smart move. Yeah, I'll do the forest. So yeah, that'd be the smart move. We'll equip a sword for the weapon triangle. We'll pick up Garcia here. And on the next turn, I'll be able to have him like move over a little more and then drop him off so Ross can talk to him. We're going to have Seth go over here, save this village, and what do we get? Spread the word, everyone. Close the village gates. Thank you for your warning. Please accept the small token. Pure water. Okay. Pure water basically raises your resistance temporarily for some turns, which I almost never use them except for specific chapters when there's Berserk and Sleep Staffs, which are the bane of my existence. But we don't have to worry about that for now, so I'll just hold on to those or sell them if I end up needing some money. So we'll go from there. That's a decent level up. Got my skill and speed up as well as my health. Not too bad. Okay, so let's click here. We're gonna go ahead and drop Garcia. Move you out of the way because I don't want lances touching you. We'll move Molder into the forest in case he gets attacked. We'll recruit Papa Garcia here. And we'll use his ranged hand axe to do some chip damage here if it hits. Nope, and it doesn't hit, so that's a bummer. But it is what it is. So we'll go ahead and finish off this bandit with Franz. Get some more experience for him as well. We're going to move Gilliam into the forest for a little more evasion. And I can survive a 2-hit in case it just decided to hit. Well, Erica did not get a lucky crit, which is okay. But we do have him whittled down. And he could attack any number of people. But he'll more than likely go for Molder because he is a cleric who... Probably should have went over that. He's a priest, sorry. Priests are non-attack. That's why the attack, hit, crit, all that are 0. Because he is not an attacking unit. As far as magic users, rather than, you know, swords, lances, axes, and bows, he has staffs, which is straight support magic. He's a white mage, essentially, if you're familiar with, like, Final Fantasy or other RPG elements. He can only use staffs. Once he levels up, he can turn into a sage or a bishop later. But for now, he's just stuck with staves. And the way the weapon triangle works for magic is that, this is the simple rundown. Anima magic, which is just like, you know, thunder, fire, blizzard, all that. Anima magic is strong against light magic. Light magic is strong against dark magic, and dark magic is strong against anima magic. So that's the triangle here. But we don't have to worry about that until a chapter either coming up next or the one after, when we actually get a attacking unit. So we'll go ahead and end our turn here. I'm pretty sure that the boss is... Yep, okay, you're going after Molder. The boss is going to go ahead and go after Seth down in the bottom. Bosses give a lot more XP than normal units, which is kind of a bummer, but, you know, just clearing the chapter is the focus here. I always love the predetermined dialogue as well, where the bandit, Bone here, the boss, says, "Hey, wait, who are you?" When he's the one that walked up and attacked us. I just think that's, you know, I'm not saying comedy gold, but that's something special. So Seth got a decent level up. That's not too bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this kill, if it's possible, to Ross, because Ross as a journeyman. Yep. Okay. Good hit. Ross as a journeyman gets a ton of experience. Like, that's more than half of a level just right there on its own. And we'll give Molder a little bit of experience as well, just by healing the 1 hit point that Franz got from leveling up. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and end the chapter right after this. No, I'll just end it now. Why not? So we have Seth attacking this cutthroat, this other bandit here, and this will be the end of the chapter. And he gets 4 experience because he's a promoted unit. So we saved Garcia. Hold on a moment. Aren't you the great Garcia? You fought for Rhaenys, didn't you? Yeah, so we find out here that Garcia used to be a general, troop commander, but he retired about 10 years ago. So, yeah. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stop talking so y'all can read the rest of this cutscene and enjoy the story. Okay, and that is the end of Chapter 2, The Protected. Moving on to Chapter 3, The Bandits of Borgo. So, this is how we're going to go ahead and do this series, just so that we're all on the same page here, of those of you that are watching. So, again, a lot of people are not, you know, typically okay with this, but once the Tower of Alni opens up right here, I will be using that to max out a lot of my units or give them a huge level advantage. That is how I like to play. I like to have overwhelming odds and guarantee a win, so that's how I'll be doing this. As well as after most battles, after most chapters, you'll come back to the overworld, or the world map, or world map, whatever you want to call it here. I call it the overworld. You'll come back to the overworld here, so you can select the next chapter, like we're going to Borgo Ridge, and that's where Chapter 3 starts. However, some chapters are going to cut directly into the next one. This one is not the case, but what we'll be doing for this series is that after each time that I return to the overworld, after a chapter, that is where we will be stopping. So, we just did Chapter 2, The Protected. It was a decent longish episode, and this is where we're going to be stopping here. Then move on to Chapter 3, 4, 5, and so on. If there's ever a case where we complete a chapter, and then it goes right into the next one without going to the overworld, then we'll just complete that one as well and just have a longer episode. But as for now, this is the end of the episode. So, thank you all for joining me. I hope to see you next time in the next episode. Thank you, and see you later.